Topic number one. Now, for everyone who watched last week's episode, the latest episode, we did a predicting the top five, or no, sorry, predicting the starting lineups for some of our favorite teams. And I text Riley late last night, and I was like, "We need a topic for today." And he's like, "You know what? I very much enjoyed doing that, predicting the starting five. Can we do a couple more teams?" I said, "Riley, say no more, say less. Let's go ahead and do it." So Riley came up with some more teams that we can do this exercise for, and I'm very much looking forward to it. Riley, who is our first team?
Yeah, we're going to get back into it. And a reminder, this is game one starters. We already had some people in the Twitter comments today saying, I think Kurt Tang will start over Trey Fort from Michigan State. Sorry, we're recording this on Friday. And we talked about that scenario in the video and said, this is game one. It is going to lean on the vet. So reminder, because the first team we're going to cover probably will have a lot of debate. And I just want that out there, even though the Kentucky fans will probably disregard it, because we're talking about your team in BBN. Who are the game one starters for Kentucky?
Ooh, all right, so I think point guard, you have Jalon Lowe. I think Jalon Lowe is going to be a starter. I
Jalen.
think you'll have Denzel Aberdeen at the two. What I do?
I said Jalen. You said Jelon
God,
again.
it just sounds so much cooler if it's Jalon Lowe.
Jelon does sound cool. I swear he went by Jelon his freshman year at Pitt and then
Okay, you know
changed
what?
his name.
There's a middle ground here. I got J Lo at the one.
There we
J
go.
Lo at the one. I got Ortega at the two. Or no, we'll go Aberdeen at the two.
hmm
Ortega at the three. Diabate at the four, and I think JQ is going to be good. I think JQ at the five.
Ooh, I think it's gonna be Brandon Garrison at the one.
What?
Not the one,
What?
the five. Sorry.
Whoa! Wait,
Sorry.
whoa again.
I think it's gonna be Brandon Garrison at the five for game one.
Brett, you think so?
I just don't know. Like, is JQ? We haven't seen any clips of him practicing yet. I don't know if he's been cleared for 5-on-5.
I don't think he has.
Let's say maybe he plays game one, but it could be more so 17 minutes. Let me look this up. Who is Kentucky playing for their first game?
You know what? I think you're right. Even if he is ready to go, they probably don't like just throw him out there, right?
Yeah. Kentucky basketball schedule. Why is their football schedule? That's not what I want.
I love a good.
Okay. So Kentucky, they got the Purdue exhibition Friday, October 24th. They're playing another exhibition against Georgetown.
Mm.
Then they opened the season with Louisville, though. I forgot
Wait,
about
that
that. They're
November 11th game is the first real game of the season?
That's the only one. That's what's unless there are some. Oh, I don't think they've announced any buy game. No, they've announced a couple buy games.
Damn. Okay.
What
Well,
is that? So that's Tuesday the 11th.
yeah.
Will the season start before that? I think it will, won't it?
Yeah, it starts the first week of November, I think. No, actually, no, that's not true. I think it starts the ninth or 8th or ninth.
Hold on one second. I'm about to do some digging
E- e-
because if they start the season with Louisville, there's a chance that JQ starts.
you think even if it doesn't really matter? Like,
Okay, the season does start the week before. I think November 3rd is the first day. So they probably haven't announced their buy games yet.
mm,
So I'm gonna guess it's Garrison at the five to start the year. But by the time, here's my bold prediction: by the time we get to Louisville, it's gonna be Andrea Yelovich and JQ at the 4-5.
ooh, I like that too. But
So
okay, let's go with for health reasons. Let's go Garrison at the four to start. I
all
sorry
right,
at the five. So we have J Lo, Denzel
I
Aberdeen, Otega Owe, and then we'll
Modi.
go Diabate and Brandon Garrison. Do you think there's any chance that Trent Noah starts at the four game one?
I mean, he did against the TBT team, right?
He did, but let's
They
go ahead. Let's not act like that's gonna happen though.
they can't do that in a real basketball game that counts. It's gonna
Yeah,
be
they can.
Modi.
Yeah, no chance. All right, what you got for team two?
Team two, we have Louisville.
Ooh, yes. Okay. Now this is crazy because I have my own personal like I want this to be the starting five, but I think this is actually going to be the starting five. So I think they're gonna have guards. Let's call it the one. You'll have Michael Brown.
hmm
At the two, you'll have Conwell. At the three, so I think they're gonna go a little. I think they're gonna go three guards, go a little bit smaller. So I'm gonna actually say McNeely at the three,
hmm
Javon Hadley at the four, and then Sonata Frew at the five.
I think that's the right call. The
You think
only
Cason's gonna start though? Cason Pryor?
I think with him coming off the injury, his was either an Achilles or an ACL, wasn't it?
ACL.
Yeah, with him coming off an injury, I'd say Hadley. Hadley was really good down the stretch last year, and he's one of those dudes who rebounds really well and doesn't need a ton of shots. He can fit into any lineup. And like to me, Case and Pryor is still best when you're playing through him, when you're letting him get his touches. I mean, that dude was pulling any three he could get his hands on at the start of the season. And to me, Hadley's a little more low maintenance and can just be a glue guy around those star-studded guard trio.
Okay, so you feel good about that lineup?
I do, yes.
All right, I love my cards. L's up, by the way. Just gotta go ahead and throw that up there. All right, who else we got?
Next up, we got Yukon.
I want you to lead the way, Riley.
Yukon, I think it's Silas Demery at the one.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's Solo Ball at the two.
Like
I think it's
that.
I think it's Braylon Mullins at the three.
So you
I think
think you
it's
think Braylon starts as a three?
I think Braylon starts at the three as opposed to who's the good one? Jalen Ross? Or excuse me,
Jalen
Jalen
Stewart.
Stewart's the good one.
Yep.
Sometimes I mix that up between him and Jaden Ross.
Yep.
Yeah, I think Mullins. We there have been word coming out of Yukon circles that Mullins has been really impressive, sort of from the jump, and I to me he's another guy who fits really well alongside Demery and Ball, where if you're not going to get anything else out of Mullins, he's probably going to shoot close to 40%, and he's 6'6", so projectable role. Caravan at the four, Terrace Reed at the five.
Yeah, okay, I feel good about that lineup. It's gonna be interesting to see who's at that three spot. I heard some stuff about. I think the best version of this team is with Braylon Mullins in that spot.
Mhm.
And that UConn team will be really good. I really like
Yeah.
that starting lineup. All right, who else we got?
Side note, like Jalen Stewart as a bench wing is really
Oh
freaking
yeah, that's what's gonna make him
major
good.
luxury.
That's what's gonna make him good for sure. All right, who you got next?
Next up, we have Indiana.
Hmm, interesting. Okay, by the way, I also like do hand up apology here. I said like I made a joke about like Indiana. I was like visually this team like was like didn't strike fear in me. It was more said in joking, but I understand it rubbed people the wrong way, so I do apologize for that. Maybe the joke was a little bit in bad taste, as some people like to say. But the starting lineup, I think for Indiana day one, I think you're gonna go. Okay, so can I assume that Nick Dorn is healthy?
Yes, I just am not a Nick Dorn guy though.
Because
But
I think the lineup would be or could be it would be at the one you have Connerway,
hmm
at the two you have Wilkerson, three DeVries, four small ball Nick Dorn, and actually I don't know how I feel about that. Okay, never mind. Let's go. Okay, how about this though? Let's get the ones that we know. Connerway at the one,
hmm
Connerway at the one, Wilkerson at the two.
hmm
Uh, do we have DeVries at the three or DeVries at the four?
So the way that I'm approaching this is based off of that game one lineup in Puerto Rico where we saw DeVries start at the four and Sam Alexis coming off the bench, Reed Bailey at the five. I want someone to beat out Connor Enright for the starting job, but I don't want that person to be Nick Dorn.
See, I want it to be Nick. I'd like, you know what? Can we put Nick Dorn at the three, DeVries at the four, and Rebailey at the five?
That seems like that's the lineup Indiana fans want. There were a lot of people in the comments of our YouTube video reacting to that game saying Nick Dorn is going to start when he's healthy. We can lean on that for now. So I want you sell me on Nick Dorn,
I don't want to start Connor Enright.
but you're leaning him over Josiah Miles or Ristich.
I saw a highlight of the first thing that Indiana basketball put out of Ristich is him smoking a layup. That I didn't like that.
So,
It's got to be day one. Ristich just get to like campus?
yeah, he did. So maybe
You think
Dorn maybe is the
you
safe
think
bet.
they wouldn't start Sisley at the three, would they?
I don't think so.
No.
Honestly, there's a world where it's DeVries at the three, Sicily at the four, Bailey at the five, but that to me feels more like a December, January
Yeah, all right,
move.
we got to be DeVries. Who's DeVries starting game one at the three?
Okay, we can go Dorn at the three. Give the vet a little bit of love. My skepticism with him is he was basically just a jump shooter last year, and he was really inefficient. The optimist side of things was he was dealing with, I think, some health issues. I want to say starting in December or January because his splits were really good up until league play started. I think he was close to 40% from three, but his percentages just completely tanked until I think he might have dealt with a more severe injury at the end of the year. But I just need to see a little bit more from him, and I have some athleticism concerns there. So, but we'll see. I know Indiana fans are high on him, so we'll pencil him in there for now.
Yeah, also that's my olive branch to Indiana fans for my joke. So Nick Dorn can be the starter. That's my olive branch is Nick Dorn at the three. I'm willing to go ahead and give them that. We got any other teams, Riley?
Yeah, we got Arizona next up.
Ooh. Are we on the same page that those are our Wildcats this year?
They are our Wildcats. Yes, I love this team.
Our Wildcats and are your future head coach, maybe?
I would love for him to be my future head coach.
Okay, yeah, I need to get an updated list of your future head coaches for this upcoming season. Because sometimes it does change a little bit. But all right, at the one, probably penciling Jaden Bradley at the one, right?
Yep.
Now it gets a little bit tricky with this team, right? Like they got like guys return. Okay, I guess you put Awaka in the front court. He's gonna start somewhere there.
I don't want it to be a Waka, but you're probably right. I want Krivas at the five, but
You think they're gonna go Awaka Krivas?
I,
Ew.
no, I think it'll be Koa Pete at the four and Krivas at the five eventually. But Owaka being the vet who was proven last year while Krivas was hurt, he's probably a good bet to start game one.
All right, let's go. Jaden Bradley at the one. Do we think that the returning guys are here? Do we think like a Braden Burries breaks into the starting lineup?
I think Burries will for sure be there, but I don't know if the three is going to be Ivan Karchenkov or
Del
Anthony
Orso.
Del Orso. Yeah.
I think return. Okay, so I think all right. Let's do this. Given what I think Cole Pete has done, given also like this is day one, it could change. How do we feel about Jaden Bradley, um, Braden Burries,
hmm
Del Orso, Koa Pete, Krivas?
Uh, I'm good with either Krivas or a walk at the five.
Maybe coming back from injury, they start Awaka to start the year.
Awaka feels like the right choice to start, but I'm guessing by the time it hits mid-January, Del Orso gets replaced by Karchenkov and Awaka gets replaced by Krivas. So those guys are still in the rotation, but that's a really good top seven, and hence why there are Wildcats.
Yeah, also free Dwayne Aristode. If you went to Michigan State, you'd be with us right now, King. I'm just throwing that out there. You'd be our best player. I miss you. Yeah. All right, let's go with that as a starting lineup because I think day one, that's how it would probably be with Krivas. Did he break his foot? Is that what it was?
It was something like that. It was definitely a foot injury.
It was okay. I hate big foot. You got to play that safe. We
I
don't
know.
like big man foot injuries. All
Yeah.
right. Who do we have one more team?
Yeah, last one we have Houston.
I'll let you lead, Riley. I don't like taking the lead every time.
So I think there are four guarantees between excuse me, Emmanuel Sharp, Chris Sinak, and Joseph Tugler. It just brings up the question of what do they do at that three spot?
You think Harwell has a chance to start?
Uh, I think he definitely has the size and the defensive pedigree.
Yeah, because I mean, to me, I'm thinking Milos Sharp, Harwell, Tugler, Snack,
Yeah, that would probably be my choice. The only way, well, I think Harwell would have the edge on Flemings just because he
like
gives you more
size,
positional.
yeah,
Yeah.
positional size.
And if this was like a typical Kelvin Sampson team where the bigs were just there to basically set screens, rebound, and play defense, I would say Flemings has a better shot to start. But Sinak could be an offensive focal point, and I think he has the size and like he definitely can move. I think his agility, fluidity is really impressive, but I'm not expecting him to be the level of defender some other Houston bigs have been in the past. That's why I think they probably need a little bit more size on the wing to compensate for that. So yeah, let's go
Yeah.
Harwell.
All right, definitely. That was fun exercise. I look forward to doing one of these every time we're on this to the point where we get to like right before the season. It's like, all right, so who do you think start for High Point this year? It'll be fun times, but that was a fun exercise, Riley. Appreciate you.